right, let me play the part as the Bert Show town crier here for 1 second, okay? Now hear this! Cassie is going through a midlife crisis.
Are we supposed to cheer after that?
So I have been informed. And let me tell you, when my husband dropped that truth bomb on me, I was speechless. I just sat there and I was like, you might be right. Because here's the thing. Lately in my life, I've had a lot of stuff going on. Very quick recap for those who aren't in the know. 5 trees fell in my house over a year ago. Insurance is stringing us along. We've been living in an RV, have been out of our house for a year. There's been a slew of injuries across me and my husband, and my mother has been battling breast cancer. So it's been a lot right now. And so I think this year has really made me look at my life. And at one point I realized the thing I looked forward to most every day was 20 minutes in my car at night by myself.
Sure.
And that is how I would check out and decompress. And I told my husband, I was like, that is not healthy. Like, that's not normal. But I have 2 kids under 5. We're in an RV together. I recognize that it's just a stage of life.
Okay, so so I have this right. You guys are all hanging out in the RV or what have you, and you politely excuse yourself. You go out to the car, and you just hang there for 20 minutes in solitary confinement.
Yeah, after the kids go to bed.
Yeah, it doesn't sound bad to me at all.
I just check out. But that's a problem for me, is when out of the entire day, like everything going on in my life, that is the thing I can't wait for. As soon as I wake up, I'm like, I'm going to get those 20 minutes in my car tonight by myself.
Okay, yeah.
It's sad.
You doing it, I don't think is anything to be concerned about. But the fact that you look forward to it all day.
And that is the highlight and the thing I want most. Yeah. Problematic.
Let's stay here for just 1 second, though, because I think most people find themselves in that. Where are you supposed to find the time then? I mean, if you're not carving it out like that, I mean, you're a working mom. You have like 2 or 3 jobs. Besides here, you're also with my network, my Pioneer Network, also podcasting network. So you're busting your butt. So I think most men and women are like, when do I get just a second to myself? So why beat yourself up about it if you're looking forward to that time?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with the time. And my husband doesn't either. Like, he willingly, he's like, go do what you need. I think it's more for me and looking at life. Like, I'm getting to do these amazing things with my kids. I have a job that I truly love. I love coming in here and hanging with you guys. But I'm treating my life like a business, right? So it's just wake up, grind, do this, check. And then the thing that I get for myself is 20 minutes of alone time. That is not a fulfilling life. That is, to me, is not what life is supposed to be about. I'm not supposed to live to work. I'm supposed to work to support my life. And that's not what's happening. And it's circumstance, it's time, it's my kids' ages. I'm not alone in this. I feel like every parent listening in the car is like, yep, same. So my thing is, though, I've been looking at my life being like, what can I do to shake things up? So that's kind of been my theme of the year. What can I do out of the box thinking to shake my life up? Not so not like quit and move, but drastically enough where I feel like maybe I am developing myself as a person so I can be a better person for my kids, so I can be a more interesting person for my husband, so I feel fulfilled for me. And so part of that was, doing a lot of self-reflection and thinking. So I started getting tattoos. I got 2 within the course of a month. I started being chill about a lot more recreational stuff that I'm doing. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I'm talking to my husband about this. He's like, yeah, it's kind of like a midlife crisis. And I'm like, I'm not having a midlife crisis. And I was like, maybe I am. I'm getting tatted up. I'm hanging out in my car by myself. I'm meeting the Mary Jane, which I never used to do. All this stuff.
If you get a motorcycle, then you know for certain that you're going through a midlife crisis.
Or a Corvette, maybe a Porsche.
Funny you mentioned the motorcycle. No. Well, my dad has one. My husband had one.
Here we go.
My father-in-law is a certified Harley-Davidson mechanic, and he lives in an RV and travels the country, and literally bought what's called a toy hauler because it has a garage in the back for his motorcycles.
Are you serious?
I literally told Chad yesterday, I was like, I want to learn how to ride a motorcycle.
You did not.
I did. Go for
Here it comes.
Listen, I'm not going to do it because when we had kids, I told him he was no longer allowed to ride and he had to sell his bike because we have children. So I'm going to wait till the kids are 18 before I do that because I don't want them to lose a parent. But so I'm going to start a little more chill with something I've always wanted to do, but I could lose limbs from it. And it's not a motorcycle. I want to learn how to build stuff with saws. I don't even know the names of the saws. Those saws.
Yep.
I want to build cabinets. I want to restore furniture. Totally. It's a midlife crisis, too. I've already bought planter boxes for a garden I'm going to build. Like, I'm ready to start building, but other than Home Depot, I literally don't know how to do any of this. And I feel like watching a YouTube version is like Bert saying he could watch a YouTube video of someone doing a C-section and got it.
No problem.
Yeah, exactly. So how do I do this? How do I do this?
So I hate the word crisis here, although, and this is from a guy that's a little bit ahead of you on this whole thing. First of all, my dad used to tell me that I was going through middle age crisis at 19 because I've always had this kind of attitude like, oh my God, it's coming to an end so fast, right? I do think that this happens as you start to go through middle age, that I've said this before on the show so many times, that the biggest motivator for me is the thought of death. Like at some point or another, you get to an age where you realize this isn't going to last forever. The crisis part of this whole thing happens when it hits you all like in one weekend and you're like, I got to make all these changes right now. But the truth of the matter is, we are going to pass. And as you're looking at your time here on Earth, you start to think, okay, with the amount of time that I have left here, what do I really want to do that I haven't been able to do? And I think it's a natural process in life. The crisis is trying to do it all at one time, right? And making all these drastic changes now rather than over the course of months and years.
Yeah, Chad's like, it's not a bad thing. It's great that you're looking at your life. And I think the thing is, I'm always like, one day I'm going to do that. One day I definitely will. And when you're in your 20s, like you feel like you have all the time. And even in your 30s, you're like, you have all the time. And, you know, when he said you're having a middle age, I'm like, I'm not middle aged. And I was like, oh my God, I'm 39. Am I middle aged? Like, kind of, yes. And it just made me realize it's not so much the thought of looming death as one day is now. And I've realized that I've spent the last 20 years saying, one day I'm going to do this. One day I'm going to teach myself how to do that. And it's got to be now, or else I'm going to wake up at 60 and be like, oh, okay, well, what now? So anyway, if you know anyone who teaches woodworking, will help me not saw a limb off. I appreciate Bart's Nub Club, but I don't really want to lose any fingers. I would love to learn how to like even a box. I just build something.
Maybe I'm so much older than you guys that you didn't have this experience when you were a kid. Did you ever have those wood burning kits when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Remember those things?
Oh, yeah.
You never had it? Yeah.
Is that what y'all did before TikTok?
Kind of.
The Bert Show.